Welcome back to Art Life Radio. Stephen Christopher. This is Jay Lack, man. I want to introduce him properly. Audio-visual producer, family man, all-around good guy. This is my boy right here. My first question I have for you is, where you from?
Chattanooga.
Chattanooga. Cool.
Absolutely.
Cool.
I was born in Chattanooga.
Okay. And how old were you when you came to Atlanta?
I think probably about like seven, 6.
Okay. Got you. So what I wanted to know, because I've been in the studio with you a few times, and a lot of times, and you know that I'm really impressed with what you're doing sonically. So when I was sitting writing this interview, some of the first things that came to me, I was wondering, what were your first musical inspirations? You know what I mean? What are some of the first things that influenced you that you can remember?
I would say Bob Marley. Bob Marley. I was in North Carolina, yeah. Bob Marley definitely put a toll on me. Taught me a lot of things. First is peace, and then rhythm, blues. It was a lot of structure, and just the how male and female voices interact with each other. That definitely was interesting to me. Production, band, putting things together, the way it was mixed, the way I paid attention to all those things at a young age.
Yeah.
Yeah. North Carolina. Yeah, North Carolina for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. That's where I stayed with my dad. So he put me on to Bob Marley, and then it just beat in my head, and Bob Marley just became like a big thing. Right. And it wasn't bad at all because it's all positivity.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely. So how old were you around that time in North Carolina?
Probably about 11.
11?
Yeah.
Okay.
11, 12.
So at what age did you first start dealing with music yourself? Actually exploring your own musical talent?
When?
Yeah. About what age were you?
18.
18?
Yeah.
Okay.
18.
All right, so up to that time
18,
between
17, 18.
All right, so between that time of 11 and then, what were you listening to? What was some of the stuff that coming up you were really feeling?
Massive Attack, Portishead, things in that nature. Probably stuff y'all wouldn't even know. I was into vinyl. Then my grandparents, they put me on vinyl, around there. But I know Portishead and things of that nature wasn't on vinyl. That was when electronic music was really advanced, and to me at that age, I was oh man, this is something that really is important when it comes down to probably making things with R&B and rap and things of that nature. If we can put this with this and that, that's when I just started. You know what I'm saying? I definitely started with Massive Attack and Portishead. Completely.
You know what? That makes a lot of sense to me, because when I listen to your stuff, a lot of times I'm yo, you put so many different types of sounds, and it's you don't have a box, and that's one thing. When I listen to production, a lot of producers, you can hear what box they're in. You know what I'm saying? And with you, I don't really hear that. So, I mean, that's a really interesting answer right there. So those type of records, Massive Attack, Portishead, what was it about them that you really appreciated, sonically? What was it that stuck out to you sonically about those records?
The way they used their verb, the consistency of certain type of snares that they use, and it was different type of rhythms, and everybody can use the same rhythms, everybody can use the same notes, but it's the sounds that you pick and the way that you use them are completely different. That's why music can live on forever.
Right.
But you only got 64, I think. I think on a keyboard, where it depends on what keyboard you use, but it's only so far you can go, and then it loops into octaves. So it just depends on the heart and the person that really makes a difference. It doesn't. So it was just all the above, like how they just they do scratching and you know what I mean. Like it was really interesting, not just how they just put everything together in their music and the way they mixed it. Like you can mix your stuff like different. That's what makes it different. You know what I mean? Right. So it's just one of those things, man. You just really paid. I paid attention to.
Like, so it wasn't any one thing. It was just a collective.
It's everything.
Gotcha.
Because that's just the way I listen to music. Right. I don't just listen to music as just one whole and just go with it. Like I listen to the snare, I listen to the verb, I listen to how it was played. I listen to all of that stuff. That's why I'm so, like I critique, man. I critique everything. Like when I hear music, I take it very serious. It's an emotion-driven type thing that can fix lives. I take it very seriously. Right. Yeah. Yeah. It can fix your life, man.
I know. You're right. Yeah. That's a dope thing. And I hear that when I listen to your stuff. Like I said, it's a really wide range of sound. And I just think that's pretty dope. So about 17, 18, you started producing. Were there any instruments before that? Or like?
I play saxophone.
Okay.
Yes.
Which one?
Alto. Alto sax, yeah.
Okay, got you. And what came next?
Drums.
Drums. All right. Any other instruments?
And then I picked up the piano. And then I became an instrument.
Right. Also an artist too. Let's not forget that. So, about 17, 18, what was your approach to, like, what kind of, some people, I know you still rock with the MPC, but like, what was your first equipment like when you were first coming?
Casio.
Casio?
My grandmother.
Yeah?
Yes. She bought me a Casio. She recognized that, that I could, produce and do things in that nature. She's not here anymore, so that can't be tough. Yeah, she's the one that really got me started. Like she bought me my first keyboard. It was a Casio, and that's how I learned how to sequence. Actually. Yeah.
All right. So, what was the next piece that you brought into the fold that helped the Casio?
Then my brother saw how I took the Casio. And he's like, "Oh, well, hold on for a second," and I'm like, "Yo." Like, I'm taking this serious, and then he got me an MP, 2000 XL.
Okay.
Then took that to the next level. Then that's when I started going outside, sampling my own sounds. I didn't get anybody else's sounds. Nowadays you can just look up stuff on the internet and get kicks and whatever you might need. Right. But, when I started, I was slamming car doors with the mic next to it, and then I'll pitch it down and be like, boo. Boom, right. Taking like the soft hammer, I forget what they call those, but the hammer that's mallet. Plastic, but it's that hard plastic, you know what I mean? Mallet. And then you mallet, take that in a tub, hit that thing, boom, so you get those sounds,
verb on it,
kaboom. I was doing all of that. Right. I was sampling my own snares. I would figure out how to pitch like that, or how to get my own sounds. I never was sampling other people. I always had my own sound. I always did.
From the beginning.
Yes, completely.
That's dope. That's super dope. Mm-hmm. What's funny? In the film world, they call that Foley, right? So we're like exactly what you're talking about, hitting stuff and making your own sounds.
Yeah.
And they lay that on the track. They like. That's the thing.
We can mess with effects and things like that comes with the machines. Like after you do that, there's no telling what you can make, man.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to me that you were taking that approach from the beginning.
Oh yeah, completely.
Like, that's the thing that people go to school for.
I didn't have the option to get sounds until I met other dope producers that was working with my brother, and they was like, what you want for your birthday? I'd be like, let me get some sounds. Right. And it's like, you know what? That's really dope that you asked for something like that. Because that's how serious I took music.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, so that's all really dope, man. So 17, 18, How old were you when you got that first professional placement?
Let's see. Confessions. You said serious?
Yeah, I mean, because there's a follow-up question to that, which was the placement, the first one that you really.
I was selling beats in the basement. You know what I mean?
Right.
People were driving from Texas to come mess with me through other people. It wasn't no social media at that time. So it was word of mouth, and then they'd get my phone number, and it was like, "Oh, I'm from Texas. We're gonna drive up and hear your stuff." That's how I sold my stuff. Now nobody knows that, but now.
So you had people coming over.
Yeah, I was making like side money and going to school because people was buying beats on a lot.
Now, were they coming to Atlanta or were they like where were
they?
Okay. That's kind of crazy, man. So
I wish I knew her name. There's a couple people, man.
Yeah.
I would love to know their name right now.
That bought those early beats.
Yeah, like my first beat I sold for like $300, $400, and then I would go to school, come back, and have a house party and spend it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The early days.
Yeah, man.
The early days.
Yeah.
All right, so like, was that still 17, 18, or was that 19, 20? Like, where was that?
18, man.
18?
Like, everything happened real fast at 18.
Okay.
Everybody took me serious, man. They started to.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how long was it before your brother took one of your beats?
Like around that time.
Around that time?
Yeah, around with it, yeah.
That says a lot.
Yeah. Because you know what it was? It was the consistency of me just always on this. Like, when I get home from school, I was doing it.
Straight to it.
Yeah, because I would do my homework at school, so I can do this. You know what I mean?
Most kids ain't talking like that.
Yeah, I did it while I was in the next class.
Right.
I was already doing the homework for the next one, but I can multitask. Like, you know, I was like, okay, cool. Then when we get to like lunch or some shit, I was already doing homework. If the ride was late, you know what I'm saying, coming to get me and things of that nature, I was doing it right there. By the time I get home, I'm free. Like, I can go ahead and do what I gotta do and have this sweet party. I'm already ready for tomorrow.
All right, so help not just me, but help everybody who's watching put it in perspective. When you were doing that, about 17, 18, where was your brother at in his career? Like what projects had already dropped?
8701.
Okay.
Around there, yeah.
Okay.
Going into professional sex.
Okay. All right. So that was 8701 going into professional.
Yeah. My math not might be correct on that, but yeah.
What around that time?
Yeah.
Okay. So you were soaking up a lot, clearly. I mean, for you to just come from the Casio, first of all, from the sax to the drums to the keyboard to the Casio to the MPC 2000 XL.
Then I started getting the Yamaha mixer board.
Okay, then the
I
Yamaha.
forget that board. Where is that board? I even got me thinking about that. Where is that board? Anyway.
What MPC do you have over at Stars?
Now that's a 4000.
That's a 4000. I was like,
I got the SL as well. I got a Lynn drum too.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
We're racked up. And
now.
Yeah, but Star Studios, let's not forget that.
Yeah, Star Studios.
Shout out Star Studio.
Yeah. Very dope spot.
On Instagram.
Yeah, we gotta definitely shine some light on Star Studios as well. Beautiful studio. I was gonna get to that a little bit later in the interview, but since we're talking about it, you had somebody special design Star Studios.
Phil Tan.
Yeah.
Yes, and I think he had a lot to do with Confessions as well.
Okay.
So at that particular time, I got him to build, Stars.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So the sound design in there is crazy. I mean, when you walk in, first of all, the ambiance is just really dope. You know what I mean? It's a vibe. It's a mood when you walk in. But then when you see the audio construction and you hear the sound, it's next level. So It was Massive Attack, Portishead by Marley. In that, in soaking up those things, and I know you appreciated certain things about them, but was there anything that you carried over, or did you just completely, always have your own sound? Or were there certain things that you were like, you know what, I'm going to spin that or spin this?
I never focused on having my own sound. I just did what I wanted to do. I never compared myself with anybody or anything that I heard. I just did what I'm supposed to do to me. Like, I never focused on other people. Right. I don't care about what's going on or where we are in this stage of music. I never cared. I just stayed to what I know. And to me, that's the most success that you can have. Even though you don't even have success, like being your own person is highly successful to me.
Absolutely. That's a jewel.
Yeah.
What was your first placement on Confessions, or what were your?
It was the intro, and it was a lot of like other things, just being around and things of that nature. But that doesn't really count. But I had a friend. His name is Teddy. He out of his mind now. He ain't correct. But good luck to you, buddy. He played the guitar for me when I was asleep one time because I was up so late, and then he was like, "Dude, check this out. Check this out." And I was like, "All right, I'm gonna work on that in the morning." And then he said, "All right." So that's what I did, and then because we listened to Portishead. Right. If you listen to Portishead, that's that rhythm. But he just put it in the guitar. So then I was like, all right, cool. And then I just created this whole body of work around it, and then we used it. And then he heard it. It was the day of mixing, mastering.
Wow.
It was the day of mastering.
Wow.
Yeah, got mastered. Then it was there. Boom.
Wow. That's I know you're like, where you were at, we're like, wow, that just happened so quick, like you said.
Well, I mean, it's like one of those things that it's like, okay, that is my brother, and I was there at the right time, but I could have made something that was completely whack. It wasn't whack. Right. Because they don't take it easy on me, man. It's a lot worse than it is better. It's not better. Why do y'all keep saying it's better that you know somebody? It's worse. I think you're gonna jeopardize his whole career because he know that you got whack shit. It doesn't. I don't know who works like that.
Right. I mean, at the end of the day,
y'all can go check it out. I'm not that kid. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually really in tune. Yeah.
It speaks for itself, man. After Confessions, what was the next project that you placed?
Okay. All right. So.
Not necessarily your brother's projects. I mean, just in general.
No, that's not what you said. That's why I asked you to ask it again. No. Mm-hmm.
All right. So what was the next project then?
Oh man. What was the next project? I didn't have a project. I just did music. I just did it because I love it and I liked it.
Right.
Yeah, it wasn't a project. I didn't have a next project. I just did music.
Okay.
Yeah.
You still worked with quite a few people, so.
But that's not what you asked me.
No, you're right. I phrased it a little differently.
Okay.
So, all right. Oh, after that, clearly people knew what you were capable of, and so what I guess I was getting to was just what are some of the next records that you did, whether with your brother or whoever. What are some of the next placements that you got?
In the same conversation as just doing music. You know what I'm saying? Just living and just doing music and not really focus on projects and things of that nature also can be beneficial towards what you want to do, because most of the time artists don't even know what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? then they come to, just having relationships or just going outside and just meeting people. And then you can just go to your library and like, oh, I just made some, I was messing around. And then it turns into all kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just be dope. I mean, just do music. Just go in there, clock in, and just do stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So that would be Lloyd. That was like one of them. I was just making music. And then Lackey and Lloyd.
Gotcha. Which records did you do on that Lloyd project?
A record called Hazel and Get It Shorty.
Hazel and Get It Shorty, both were two of my favorites on that album as well. Nice. What about after that? Like, what was?
Then I got on his next album.
Okay.
I forget the name of that, but it was called I'm With It.
Okay.
I think. Yeah, it was pretty dope. I think it could have been mixed better, but it was dope though.
Gotcha. Yeah. All right.
Then it was like Nelly.
Okay.
Brass Knuckles. I think that's the name of the album. It was like Long Night. Bro, got on that. Nelly's like the one that really put me out there. Like, it really was. Like, it was Nelly, man. I think Nelly's the coolest motherfucker in the music industry. I do, man. I swear. I always tell him that. I think he's the coolest one out of everybody in the music industry. Nelly is cool as shit.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. Yeah. So I guess that also brings me to another question I had. What were some of your favorite times producing, like ones that stand out? And obviously, I guess it'd be Nelly as well. But
okay, what's my favorite?
What were some of the times that stuck out to you, like working with different artists? Like, what are some ones that you were like, yo, I really
different artists?
Yeah. Or records, same thing, I guess.
I don't know, probably Lloyd, man, because I had all the guys with me and stuff. They would always be cracking on him. I had a dope ass engineer. He was always cracking on Lloyd. And I always have fun just with them. Like just, just having a sense of humor and just, besides the music, okay, we're doing a great job. Okay, everybody's taking care of business. And then everybody just hopped into like, who they are as people and start sharing their personalities and things of that nature. And it was kind of fun. Yeah, it was.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
Yeah, because I got some guys that they just clown on everybody. They just clown, you know what I mean?
Right.
So that was a good time.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And what was the first project that took you to other places that you ain't really get a chance to see before, like, going overseas anywhere or anything like that? Like, what projects were that? Or what was going on, or anything that took you out of the U.S. to see, some different.
Well, that's the thing. If you sit here and you listen to Mass Attack and you listen to Portishead and things of that nature, it's gonna travel where it travels. You know what I'm saying? I didn't plan that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, that's just my sound. It's gonna move around.
Okay.
So it's not something that's funny.
Got you. And what are some of the places that you enjoy having gone to, like, as far as travel?
They always get on me about this. I think it's in Antigua or Antigua. It's like some people say different. Yeah, it's Antigua. That's my favorite place.
Nice.
I've ever been.
What about it makes it?
I can appreciate like the laws there and the things that they represent, and then on top of that, like it's just the I don't know. I enjoyed the people that I was around when I was there. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? These islands people, man, they really do get out of America. You know what I'm saying? They stay on these islands and raise their kids, and then they come back here. And I realized that as well.
Right.
For real. Like, they don't want to raise their kids in America. Mm-hmm. They, go to these places and they raise their kids there. And then they come back, and the kids be like, oh, shit, this is bullshit. You know what I mean? So kids don't have to always, like, defend themselves and dealing with bullies and all that madness, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. Racism and all that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you really do raise your kid, like...
It's more pure, like...
Pure.
Right.
So that's what I noticed.
Yeah. Let's say that you are on an island like Antigua or somewhere else where you enjoy being, and you got 5 strong albums that, let's just say that you'll be there for a while. You got to pick 5 albums that are just in your rotation. What 5? Like, What 5 albums are those? I guess it's also a way of asking what 5 albums are most important to you.
That's not fair. That's not a fair question.
To only do 5?
That's not a fair question because every album I nitpick off albums. You know what I'm saying? Like songs maybe, but if I had to listen to albums, oh gosh. You know what? You know what? Marvin Gaye is one of them. I don't know the name of it, but it's all black. I know that he made this album to clean his debt up with something. It was something that he made the album up he was in debt or something, and then he made this album just for that.
Just for that.
Oh yeah, man. It's real laid back. The whole entire album. It's all black. I don't know the name of the album.
Okay.
That one for sure. Album names. It's interesting. I don't know too many album names. Definitely some Bob Marley.
Okay, I was gonna say we could do artists. Just what 5 artists?
I know. Album names. I never really cared about the album names.
I'm just trying to get a sense of who are you like.
Bob Marley. I know, man. That's really bad of me. Let's see. Bob Marley. Cause I pick and choose. Like I don't listen to all the album, like the whole thing. Sometimes it just be BS. Sometimes those albums. You do. I like a couple of songs that are on there.
Right.
But okay, Bob Marley's one of them. Bob Marley for sure.
So we got Marvin Gaye, Bob Marley.
Neck and Cole. I'm not going nowhere without my Neck and Cole.
Okay.
Greatest hits. Once again, greatest hits. Not an album. Like, oh my gosh, like Neck and Cole. Like I got him up at the house. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm serious about Neck and Cole now.
Okay.
Like, Neck and Cole with that voice is huge, and the production that he brought, like, it was really dope. And if you listen to like Neck and Cole and stuff like that, you know how these rappers talk, like they be like, oh bitches and like fuck bitches and shit like that. Like, oh, I'll never trust a bitch. He would say that in different words, but you just have to listen to what he say. He's like, oh, he don't trust women either. Oh, he don't mess with him as well. You just gotta listen. Have you ever seen Dave Chappelle, man? He told you guys this. Like, if you watch Dave Chappelle, one of his skits, man, he was telling you, like, this is how they talked about. It's just worded different.
Right.
So, I mean, I always read through everything. Neck and Cole. What am I at? 3?
3.
Okay. Okay, who else? Okay. Albums, man. That's hard, man.
Don't do albums, just do artists.
Okay. Well, we're definitely gonna do Massive Attack and Portishead. There we go.
Okay. That's 5. Yeah. That's fair. That's fair. Right.
Absolutely.
There. Okay.
Like all day.
All right.
If I had to.
Right. Yeah. If you had to pick just 5.
Right. I can deal with that dynamic completely.
So that's Marvin Gaye. That's Neck and Cole. That's Bob Marley. That's Massive Attack. That's Portishead.
Absolutely. I could. Yeah.
Okay. All right. When you're just chilling, like, which I know you don't have a lot of chill mode. You're in grind time right now. You're in the studio all the time. So, but when you do have little moments to chill, what are you listening to? If you're even listening to music,
most likely something like ratchet as hell.
Okay, what is something like that? Give me an example.
But I wouldn't want to be on the island and listen to that.
Right. No, I'm talking about hearing chill. Not that question.
What? Name the songs I listen to?
I mean, you just give me some stuff that you checking for.
I'm not checking for that. I mean, I'm just like, it comes around and it's interesting and it's fun. It's like this, dude. You guys want to make bad music? Make bad music great. And I've seen some bad people make bad music really cool. I like just go ahead and dive in it, man. If you're gonna be ignorant, just be ignorant about it and have fun with it. And then I can appreciate it more.
Right.
But don't be ignorant trying to be art and really about some music, okay? I'm not gonna take it serious at all. But there's a couple ignorant songs that I love.
Okay.
I love the art of that.
Right.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Nah, I mean, yeah, there's a balance to everything, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right. Is there something specific that draws you to work with certain artists these days? Like, what is it about an artist that most stands out to you when you're like thinking about working with them?
Well, I don't really work with artists. I don't really found anything like that yet. Kind of been raised the right way. Kind of just been a part of the business in the right way. Kind of stuck sometimes, but most likely you won't find the full package in people and things of that nature. They can sing, but they can't listen. They can dance, but they can't sing. They can listen, but they don't even know how to recite the words right. Some people can't know pronounce it. It's something that's a give and take, and it just gets annoying. And then it turns into let's just do it, and then that's why y'all get the music y'all get. It's just let's just do it, whatever.
That's an interesting perspective.
Just give and take. It's life, though. You know?
Right. Yeah. I agree. Who's most hard on you when it comes to, your stuff?
You know what, man? I work so hard to not even deal with that.
Okay.
I've been put down a lot of times. I was told that I wasn't even going to be a producer by a certain person. Yeah. I shut that down. I shut all that stuff down.
1,000 times over.
Yeah. So most of the time, I'm not gonna get that that's whack. At least I make it whack on purpose, and then I'll see if somebody say it's whack. Most of the time.
Okay.
If I don't get some type of placement or whatever, that's politics going on.
Right.
In which that is perfectly fine. I have no problem with that. But I am back, and I will do my own thing completely. Right. I know I ain't garbage, and I know that for a fact. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. So it's most of the times it'll be some politics or somebody messing around. But guess what, man? Most of these people that did that are suffering right now and got something going on personally or something going on. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. It doesn't make sense.
I agree.
But I cherish my work so much that I won't even put it out. I won't after that. If I did it for that certain person, I won't even put it out. I'll save it to a very important moment that okay, watch this, watch this, dude. I'm gonna put this out where this is not gonna this is gonna be bigger than your life, in general, and your kids and everybody else, because I'm not playing at all. Because that's the only thing that you can get away with is art, and then that's gonna last forever. Right. That's the only thing you got that'll last when you're gone and things of that nature. So that's why I said that. Right. Yeah.
At what point did you open Star Studios?
2007.
2007.
Yeah, 2007.
I know you try to do everything you can to keep in a certain, streamline the process. Do you have any advice to anybody that's listening, or just how to stay in that frame of mind and not let shit bother you?
It was something that I was watching some interview that they were saying, how horses they race, and they got these blockers on the side, so I don't see the left, I don't see the right. You just stay straight. Straight, man. Stay worried about everybody else. Okay, cool, we can do that, but that's not me. You know what I'm saying? Those are executives, and that's A&R's jobs. To do all that rubbernecking and winding all the way around. Like, that's not me. That's why you have a team. Somebody that does that. You have somebody that does this and does that. This is why you have a team. This is why you cannot win without a team. I stay here. I stay right here. You understand? And then whatever they bring, I'm like, oh, okay, cool, go, boom, time, okay, cool, okay, boom. No, it's all about a team. I personally stay that way. I mean, in anything. I don't care what anybody said. I don't even know they said it. I don't even know, like, whoa, what happened? Oh, okay. What? I didn't deal with that yesterday. I just came from Benihana's. I just came from, I was just chilling, like, in my room yesterday. What was something like that? Oh, okay. No, who can? What?
So
I don't know, man.
You stay out of the mix.
Dude, it's not that I stay out of the mix. I'm right there, and I just don't acknowledge you. Right. I got somebody that'll whoop your ass. I got somebody over here that, look and see how this is going. I mean, I just stay right here. And then sometimes I got a job where I can be that person. Like, I got a friend that's got another agenda, and I'll be like, this is a team effort, man. Right. My team, I'm not always the superstar or I'm the main attraction. I go in his world, and I'll be sticking up for him or her or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta do that, man. If you don't do that, then what are we doing, man?
It makes sense. It definitely makes sense.
Look, that's your boy right there. He helping you out, but he makes sure, this is the same thing.
Absolutely.
It's just like me right now. Helping you out, but you helping me out, and we just jamming out right now.
Yeah, it's a team thing. Lastly, what do you got coming up, and who are some of the people, if anybody, that you want to just give a shout out to or a special, this person is coming, you should know about them. Starsker,
Warsker, my daughter. I don't know what she's gonna be doing, but you better watch out for her.
Okay.
I mean, this could be anything. That is the only lady that's in my world, man, that I care about. I ain't gonna even lie.
Young Stars.
Yeah, man. My daughter, she came from her nuts, man. And went into her mom. And that was the science of it. It's just awesome. I'm into the science.
Listen, man, we can't do that. We can't discount science. Let's not do that.
They're not.
Listen, man.
How can I love anybody else more than that?
I get it, man. The love of a parent is real. Shout out to Star.
All the kids in the world.
Shout out to all the kids.
Do not discredit the man. That's all I gotta say.
Shout out to the man. Shout out to family. Just unity. You know what I'm saying? Family, teamwork, unity, and keeping the blinders on. I think those are the key points of what we're taking from this interview.
All right, man. Let's do
it. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to my man Reno behind the camera, my project manager, Art Life Radio. I appreciate my brother J Lack for coming through and doing this. And we'll see y'all a little bit later, man. All right? Art Life Radio. Peace. We'll see you next week.